There's your sign for the trailhead. And I'll go back in here just for a moment, just to show you what the facilities are. So you could park here, and then there's the restroom. And there's one car here with a bike rack. And I noticed that there is a little path that goes to the Discovery Trail. So we might see a bicycle or two down this way. And now we're heading east on the Olympic Discovery Trail from the Camp Creek Trailhead. There's another little entryway right there. So this is going to go, I don't know the official measurement. We are got a track on the iPhone in the CalTopo app going right now. Little squirrel on the trail ahead of us. He gets back off there on the right side. I'm just going to take it easy for a little bit. I'm not going to go full blast, which I have a tendency to do. Poop myself out quickly. I'm just going to warm up. There's a road here, a logging road of some type. I think it's the East Snyder Road. So Clahalia Campground is right in between two bridges of the Solduck River, probably about 4 to 5 miles west of Lake Crescent. So we're heading back that way on the south side of the Solduck River. There's a pretty good wind. I'm pretty sure it's behind us. It's about 58 to 60 degrees out, and it is mostly overcast, although you can look up directly overhead and see broken clouds, some blue skies. I think those are flowers on the right are for thimbleberries, if I remember right. Looks like it. And if you've never had a thimbleberry, they are quite tasty. So eventually this trail is going to go up almost to Fairholme Hill, the top of it, and then we'll cross the road, go onto the north side of 101, and then eventually we'll kind of snake uphill a little bit, run into the Mount Mueller trailhead, and then we'll also connect to the Spruce Railroad Trail, which will take us down on the north side of Lake Crescent. And then there we'll have a choice when we get to the end of the Spruce Railroad Trail to either go up the hill to on the Joyce Piedmont Road. We're probably not going to do that. We'll probably head on East Beach Road and connect into Highway 101 again. We'll either catch the bus there at the junction, or we'll ride on the highway a while towards the Elwha. Seems to be a lot warmer than the time I did this trail last year. I started then from Sappho, which was quite a few more miles to the west. Decided not to do that section today between Sappho and the Camp Creek Trailhead. Most of it is on road, Mary Clark Road, and another one that escapes me right at the moment. Nice to have you along today on the video. We're paralleling a logging road on the right, and now I see something ahead here that indicates to me that we got a bicycle ahead of us. Maybe that rider that had a car at Camp Creek, but I saw movement ahead going off to the left, and maybe the flash of a red tail light. Now I'm seeing it again. Okay, so I know what's going on here. He had to go off to the right to pass a gate that is up ahead here a couple hundred yards. So we do have somebody up there. I don't have my lights on right now. I didn't figure I'd need them. Yeah, we've got somebody heading towards me. Let's get this headlight on. There's more than one person. Two bicycles heading my way, and somebody else walking behind them. And there's a pickup truck on the other side of the gate, maybe maintenance workers. Yeah, there's somebody standing on the left side of the gate here. And I remember this was dicey going through here last time. It was really muddy on the right hand side. Good afternoon.
Howdy, how are you?
Pretty good. All right, thanks for doing trail work. So now that I've thought about that for a couple of seconds or minutes here, it's Cooper Ranch Road and Mary Clark Road are the names of the two roads that the Discovery Trail travels on in that section between Sappho and Camp Creek. This is really beautiful in here. Looks like hemlocks. Large ones. Now today it's pretty dry, but there's a lot of needles and some moss on this trail, so if it were wet it could be slick, but that's not going to be a problem today. Ooh, as I run off the trail like that, my eye got caught by what looked like would have been a little trail or car pullout on the right of the trail, an old one, long since covered with moss. Yeah, there's some insects in here. I'm going to end up eating a few of those if I keep my mouth open. I'm going to try to slow down here. I think we're going downhill a little bit. I've got it up to about 13 miles an hour. We're running about 12.3 right now. I'm just trying to give you a nice level view here. Hopefully not too much of the handlebars and more of the trail. So I got a little bit of water with me. Got the steri pin if I have to reload. I've got like a energy drink bottle that might have 28 ounces. And then I've got a 37 ounce Nalgene on my pack. I'm wearing a windbreaker and a short sleeve shirt, so not much on up top, but if I have to, I've got a fleece vest if I need it, and I've also got leg and arm warmers, but it's plenty warm. I'm wearing a new helmet, Specialized. I'm trying to think of what the make on that is, but I needed a new helmet. My old one was way past due to be replaced. Then I had a part of the plastic headliner inside of it break a couple of weeks ago, so I had to replace it. And if you're shopping for helmets and bike shoes and the like, don't forget to check out that stuff on eBay, because you can get good deals on that. So I did get new bike shoes as well. Didn't realize of how badly worn my speed play clips were at the bottom of my shoes. I was coming disconnected all the time. If I didn't have my feet exactly perfectly in line, whoa, and over a branch or a little waterfall on the right. I don't think you could see it that quick as I went by, but we are really close to the river here. And if memory serves, there's a little picnic table just ahead on the left. This is where I stopped on my last journey over here, had a bit of lunch. That looks like I'm mistaken there. It must be at the next river bend where the picnic table is. I'm gonna go ahead and kill that light now. Pretty flat right in here. Those big white flower-like things on the end of those plants right here is cow's parsnip, or cow parsnip, I guess. Whatever it is, if you have some sensitive skin, especially to any light, make sure that you don't touch that stuff. I let the hydration tube in my pack fly free, and happened to touch one of those once when I was hiking out at Cape Lava on the way back to Ozette, and that stuff ended up touching my lips, and by the next day my lips were crusted over. Really affected them. That happened to be the day that I was at a doctor's appointment. I told him about that, and he'd never heard of that happening, but it does have some sort of a reaction. Made your lips hot. Felt like that I just ate some really hot Mexican food or something. Interesting. It looks like all that flagging, the plastic tape, is for some sort of a timber sale on the right there. Yeah, that'd be the corner of it right there. There's more on the left. I'm getting the impression that I am bicycling into the wind, not with it. milepost 41. Says a little sign on the left. Got a bicycle ahead, 2 of them, just round to the corner ahead. Just get that light on, make sure they see me. Now they're stopping at the picnic table that I was talking about earlier, which is right here. We're getting pretty close to the section where this is going to start climbing really rapidly, and we'll go up to a road. We'll be on a road for a while. Light back off. Okay, let's get down to the next gear here, the next ring, second. I know we come around a couple of corners, start some pretty steep climbing switchbacks. All right, first ring. Yep, just what I thought. There's rails here. So some tight switchback turns. So barriers for the road, trail on road, next 1.4 miles. And I'm just going to tilt this up to give you an idea of how steep that hill is. At the right, turns into gravel, and then there is a gate about 100 yards down the road. So long story short, on that sign on the left there, if we see any vehicle traffic, we need to get out of the way. Last time we came through here, we didn't see any vehicle traffic. And missing posts, like 2x6s right there, quite a few of them have been sawn off and stolen. Branch of the road on gravel goes up the hill there to the right, and then very steeply down we're heading towards a bridge over the Solduck. Excuse me. And the Solduck River on the right and the left. And some messages scrawled on the trail surface there. One said, "I love my wife," and an explicative about cancer. Doesn't look like there's anybody parked here today. Last time we came here, there was a vehicle parked at this spot. Maybe a bicyclist. Well, there is a vehicle parked here. Pickup truck on the left. Okay, now down this road a ways, and then we'll take a right turn back onto the trail. very steep drop off to the left into the river, probably 30 feet anyway. The valley wall on the north side of the Solduck River is dominating the scenery ahead. I gotta be careful I don't go too fast here. I'll miss the trail entrance that goes off to the right at a 90-degree angle. Got my little mirror attached to my glasses. Don't see anybody behind me. There's the highway up at the stop sign, and there's our trail route. It's just ahead here about 25-30 yards. And we'll slow down a little bit just in case there's somebody coming right here. All right, here we go. We made it. That's twice now I've ridden down there with no one on that road at all, other than the vehicles that are parked there at the gate. Okay, so how far away down there? I'm far enough to where I'm going to stop here. Anyway, I'm going to drink some water. I don't want to get dehydrated before we get to that next uphill. Okay, so yeah, I've got water in this bag, the good old Ortlieb Classics waterproof bag. So the highway is like maybe 100 yards on the other side of those small trees. All right, knock that down. Looks like I've got my helmet cover and arm warmers and leg warmers in there, along with a cable lock, just in case I have to stop at the store for a minute. I also carry a few tools. I know I got a chain breaker in there just in case something happens to my chain. Emergency spoke. What else is in there? Never hurts to have that kind of stuff with you. You can avoid a long walk that way sometimes if you have something happen to you. Chain break or broken spoke. The emergency spoke I got to get you back home anyway. You can't drive too far on a broken spoke till your wheel starts coming out of true, and then you're wobbling all over the place. I used to have that happen a lot, but then Mike Warner used to own Mike's Bikes, and then later it was called All Around Bike and Squim. He built me a custom made wheel that would stand up to me on the rear wheel, and so I can have a lot of weight on this bike. Have over 10,000 miles on that wheel, and it's basically never even been adjusted. I just every once in a while check to see if the spokes are all the same tension, and they usually are, and just go from there. And the front wheel is just basically the stock wheel that this bike came with, but there's not that much weight on your front wheel on a hybrid bike. When you're in a seated position, almost all your weight is on the back wheel. Okay, looks like I need to get up in the third ring here. Here we go. Now I got another bike on the trail heading this way. What is that? Like this will be the fifth. This guy is visible. Orange coat, full bags that are yellow. Hey. So a lot of bike campers. That's great. So I've got about 7 miles in, I think, roughly. I don't have the exact number on my speedometer because I rode about a little bit more than 1.5 miles to get down to the bus stop. One thing I did notice about that guy that was just riding this way past me is he had a lot of protection, some sort of clothing over his face to protect him from the sun on the would be his left side. Kind of a hood of some sort that extended away from his helmet. I put sunblock on before I came out on my neck and on my face. Shouldn't be a problem though. Later in the day and I'm traveling east in the trees a lot too. Now we're starting to get to the point where we're going to get to the beginning of the climb on the highway for Fairholme Hill, which is the little pass between Lake Crescent and the Solduck Valley. It's right where Solduck Road goes off of Highway 101 to the south. Ooh, some bear scat on the trail. Interesting. Not wholly fresh, but not old either. Interesting. So, bear's been through there lately. And then that's the one thing I forgot today. I always forget something, but today I didn't bring bear spray. But you know, the way I'm going right now, if I sprayed a bear going this way, I'd probably get it blown right back into my face. I can hear traffic now, so we're getting closer to the road every moment. It's on our left. And you don't want to go screaming around corners like that, because you never know if somebody's coming the other side. Oh, that's what I heard. I heard some sort of a beeping noise, and there's a tow truck on the shoulder of the road right there. Let's get down into the second ring. And then a little bit of climbing, and then we'll do some more on the north side of the highway after the crossing here. Okay, so this goes right down that hill there and crosses the road up where the second yellow sign is for a bicycle crossing. More cow parsnip. Please don't eat the daisies. Okay, highway crossing, we got to be careful because I don't care how many signs they are. That doesn't mean anybody's gonna be watching for me. Nobody's coming that way and somebody's coming this other way, but I can make it across. Let's get down in the first ring here. I don't remember when this starts climbing. To Mount Mueller Trailhead. Left. Okay. So there's a trail to the left there. Goes down there on the other side of the road where the side road came down to the highway where we were traveling. If you cross the road there and go to the north a little bit, there's the Mount Mueller Trailhead. It's a loop. There we go. Ooh, nice. I'm going to turn my headlight on now. So we're going to be going downhill pretty fast here soon. I can hear cars on the highway over to my left, excuse me, to the right. All right, we reached the crest. Great. $10 miles an hour, it's fine. More thimbleberries. Long way from being berries, though. Picnic table. And here's your trail marker. If we turn right here, it's a quarter mile to Highway 101, the top of Fairholme Hill. You also get to the Solduck Trail there, or the Solduck Road. And then if we go to the left, like we are right now, and Sanacan too, we're on the Spruce Railroad Trail now, and heading downhill all the way down to the lake level. Probably drop 300 feet at least, maybe even more. You can really get going on this. I wouldn't. A lot of needles on here, and you want to keep it under 25. I was coming down this hill one time and I was going pretty good clip, and a guy towing a trailer with a bike was coming through a corner, and he cut over the corner, and it's a good thing I had enough room to slow down. Milepost 35. I believe that indicates now that we are in the national park. Yeah, I'm going about 18 miles an hour here, but I won't want to go any faster. Just the way that all this debris is on the trail, you could run up against something fairly large really quickly and not see it. Maybe a limb or something that would make you crash. Besides the fact that even now, at 15 miles an hour, we're getting a pretty good breeze, and it's quite refreshing. Milepost 34. Oh, got a light. Here comes a bike. Two of them coming this way. Slowing down here. Hi there. Hi. Yeah, there's a lot of cones on the road here. Whoa. Probably a good thing I was standing up there. That was a pretty big... There's a root underneath the trail. It had a painted mark on it. I didn't see it. That was right on top of it. I'm thinking those people were on electric bikes. They were going up that hill awful easily. And there's another big, jeez, another big root under the trail with paint on it. It is downright cold with this wind blowing against me and the breeze of cruising down this hill. There's quite a bit of forest debris on the trail here. Oh, there's a deer, a couple of deer. Oh, yikes. Sorry about that, guys. Or girls, I mean. And there's another reason not to go careening down this hill. Oh, jeez. I don't know what that was. Some sort of a pothole. Yikes. I gotta feel that in my bones on that one. Ugh. Oh, I will be glad when we get down to the sun. Oh. Okay, there's a road down on the bottom here, on the right. They call that Camp David Jr. Road on the north shore of Lake Crescent. Lift up for that little bump on the bridge. It's leveled off now, so I'm having to pedal more. Alright, I gotta get down to a different combination there. That's better. Broke through a branch. Another dip. A combination of shade and shadow make it real difficult to see what is on the trail. Or I guess I mean shadow and sunlight. Pyramid Peak Trail. Pyramid Peak is 3.5 miles to the left up that trail. I've been up there once. There's a really scary washout up there that you have to cross. Not for the faint of heart. Some people would say, no big deal. As I say, your mileage may vary. I do know that 10-15 years ago somebody fell down that. A teenager fell down that, broke their arm. Maybe it was their arm or leg. I don't remember. Oh, more roots under the pavement here, creating big bone-jarring bumps. And the blue waters of Lake Crescent through the trees on the right. Now we warm up a little bit. Ooh. Rocks broken off of the cliff there. Just sheer rock right here. This must have had been blasted when they built the railroad originally. Milepost 30, and I believe that is measured from City Pier at Port Angeles, as are the mileposts going to the east, except they increase going east. I would imagine that eventually, when this whole entire trailer is done, that they'll renumber all of this. Milepost 0 should be at the ocean. And whatever mile it is, 100 whatever, in Port Townsend. Something got kicked into the spokes there. Okay, this is, I thought, I was just going to mention it. You may run into walkers here. Hello. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a great day. Now, there'll be a lot more walkers now that we're down closer to the Lake Crescent trailheads. One's pretty close here, within a mile. And the other one up by Log Cabin Resort. I must have dressed a lot warmer when I came on this in the winter time. I can see a road down to the right again. This looks like oh shoot, oof. Yeah, nice tree down here. All right. There again, another reason why you can't go barreling down this thing like a bat out of hell, because that would ruin your day real fast. Nice little thin blow down tree. Okay, our trailhead here, off to the right. Next restroom, 4 miles. No restroom at Devil's Punch Bowl. Trail speed limit, oh, it's 15 miles an hour. Well, yeah, it should be. I said 25, so I was wrong about that. It's 15. And yeah, 25 is too much. I was going maybe at the most 16. So that seems like it was right. All the little bumps and everything, you won't make any faster than that. Ah, the sun warmed me up. Thank you. I have to be careful here. I don't have anybody behind me. All right, cool. And as I suspected, it's going to get windy as we get close to this corner of the lake. I got my light and tail light on now. Lake Crescent Lodge or on the other side there. Oh, yeah, we're gonna get just hammered by the wind right here. This section of trail was closed for a short time. Rocks blew off of the top here, came into the, actually broke a hole in this bridge. Oh yeah, these are new boards here. Hi. Cool. There are hikers ahead. Sound our bell. Thank you. Yeah, I've been wearing these shoes for a couple of hours and they fit pretty good. My eBay specials came from someplace in Arizona, and so you know it's dry there. Took them out of the box. Looked like they'd been worn maybe twice. $20 plus shipping. Pretty good deal. I'm sure you can hear the wind noise. Wow, that is a big log there that's down the slope. That's got to be at least 80 feet long. Goes up the hillside quite a ways. .4:17 in the afternoon. I've been riding about 18 miles now. Well, my guess is, just as I say it, more walkers. Right? We're going to run into more because the trailhead is only maybe 2.5 miles ahead. Right around the corner here, I can see the tunnel coming up right by the Devil's Punch Bowl. I'm not going to go down there today because I don't want to lock my bike, and I don't want my bike to disappear if I go down there. There are already 2 bikes stopped there. Whoa. Nice Madrona tree down here. Yikes. Yeah, those are e-bikes. And you're supposed to walk through here. What is that? That's somebody riding slow? Yeah, there's somebody riding slow right ahead, no light. Hi. Hi. Alrighty. How are you? Real soon we're gonna get to a pretty good grade. Gotta go way up to avoid some private property down here. So we gotta get down the first ring in just a moment here. So we have choices. Right now, the Olympic Adventure Trail has a bridge out, so we're not going to try to go that way. I'm not going to go over to Highway 112 and try to ride on that. So I haven't done that in a long time. And the shoulder's narrow, and it's commuter time, and I don't want to deal with that. My alternative is to go on East Beach Road, which is on the north side of Lake Crescent over to the right, and then we can ride to the highway. If our timing is right, we can just catch the bus there. If the timing is wrong, and here comes our hill, so down to the first ring, if the timing is wrong, we'll ride a little bit more towards town. Actually, this is a steep hill, but I ride up hills like this all the time, so it's not really that bad. Right? Right behind you. Thank you. Okay, we cleared that one. Oh, all right. Hi there. Oh. How we doing? Yeah, the parking lot is just ahead here, so you're going to see a lot of foot traffic, bike traffic, cars, Just better be careful and not go very fast through here. I realized that I didn't do a close on my video when I was recording with the GoPro, so I'm going to do one here with my phone at Highway 101 and Olympic Hot Springs Road. Rode about 31 miles today. It took roughly 2 hours and let's say 40 minutes or so to do that, and our average speed was 11.7. We got up to 26.6 miles an hour at one point, and it certainly wasn't on the Spruce Railroad Trail where it was bumpy and there's a speed limit of 15. So I thank everyone for watching the videos as always, and thanks for subscribing. I hope to have more content for you soon. And until next time, thank you very much. Have a great day.